It's got things in the garage shaking. Today we're gonna do a couple of things to the Challenger. Nothing crazy, but we got some parts in for it and we're gonna install them real quick. 2 parts, tell you a little bit about them in a second. Whole thing should take about maybe an hour. You probably can't even hear me over this thing's friggin' idle. It's spicy this morning. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this around so we can get the engine bay facing the garage. Let's go. All right, cool. So like I said, we got a couple of things going on today. Actually, one of the modifications is already done, but we're gonna go over it. It's super easy to get to, super easy to show you. So we're gonna go over it. The other 2 things that we have going on, one we can't do today, really simple. We'll just talk about it. And the other one we're actually gonna do during this video. What we have here is a JLT oil catch can. We're gonna get that installed on the Challenger today. It's pretty sweet. We got billet gloss black. So we're just gonna toss that on real quick. Then we got a little something minor in this box here. And we put on the Sec10 throttle response controller, they call it. So like a pedal commander, basically. So we made this video, if I can get my camera to focus, we just have this button right here in case I want to pull it out to show you guys the install. But it is insanely easy to install. That whole process took 10 minutes tops. The hardest part is actually getting my fingers to be able to push the clip on the throttle pedal plug, whatever the hell it is, the drive-by-wire plug in the top of the throttle pedal. That was the hardest part of that install, but we'll go over that real quick, tell you a little bit about what it does, how it works. But first, let's get that oil catch can installed. I did mention this box, just a little minor something that we won't be able to do today, but I'm definitely going to get to very soon. And it's just real simple. With some Duplicolor vinyl and plastic spray paint, and we are going to use that on a warmer day to address the custom airbrushing done on the hood insulation by the previous owner. It was a really good job they did on it, and the car used to have a name and a theme of blood diamond. And as we start to change that and make this car my own, that's going to have to go. Now, yes, it would be pretty easy to just swap that out, but that little carpet insulation piece, whatever the heck it's called, is $122 at the Dodge dealership, and that's in good shape. It's just painted with the help of Duplicolor. As soon as the weather gets warmer, we're going to pop that out, spray paint it black. Just a little touch to make it more mine. Today is all about the oil catch can. Let's open this up and show you what we got. These are a really simple design. We have one bracket that's going to mount onto a stud that's already existing in the car. And then you have the catch can itself. Where it mounts, we're gonna unplug. You know what? It'll be easier to show you. Let's go. Like I was saying, this bracket is actually gonna mount onto a stud that's already in the car. This stud's right here. So we're going to pull that nut off. We're gonna put this bracket on like that. Then we're gonna put that nut back on. Looks like it's probably a 16. Then the catch can is gonna sit about here. This fitting is gonna go right to where that hose already was. And then this is going to plug right into the stock location there. It's really super simple. Should take us all of like, 10-15 minutes to get it done. All right, so I got a deep 15 mil on there. I thought I was getting out just a nut, but now I see it's a stud. So we have there's the stud. We're going to leave that washer on there and everything. We're just going to take the JLT supplied bracket. It sits on this way to get the catch can closer to those lines there, and we're just going to put that back on. It is powder coated black, so it can handle, some abuse. We're going to be careful with it. For those of you who don't know, I do some powder coating at home. Thought about powder coating that stud black as well, just so it doesn't stand out like that. As you can see, it's like pretty clearly a silver stud on the powder coated black bracket, but it'll be fine. There's a lot of other silver in the engine bay. I'm not going to crank that down right now. I want to go through the rest of the install and see how it goes. We are going to get a flathead screwdriver to just kind of assist us in pulling off these fittings. So I chose a flathead with one of the smallest heads that I can find, because really all I want to do is put it in here. I don't want to tear the boot, but I want to put it in there and loosen it up a little bit so that I can pull this this tube out. But I need this boot, so we don't want to lose that. Loosen everything up, and then it pops right off. Just like that. Now, this one reuses the stock boot for that fitting, just like that. And on this side, you got to twist the stock boot around like that to face that connection, and then we slip it on. Just like that. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We just got 2 screws to put the catch can onto the bracket, and then we're done. Put them in by hand real quick. These should have been powder coated black, but that's all right. We won't knock them. Give this one final snug. All right, there we go. We don't use torque wrenches around here. We use RFT, really fucking tight. So there you have it, the JLT 3.0 anodized black, or powder coated black, excuse me, oil catch can installed. So to be honest, if you have one of these Hemis or any of the SRT products, I believe that the 5.7 guys have the same kind of, and even the 6.2 guys have the same kind of debate going, but the oil catch cans are kind of I don't want to say controversial, they're really torn. Some people will say some brands work better than others, some have done tests. To me, it's the same kind of debate that people have over oil filters all the time. Is a K&N really any better than any of the other ones? It is proven that these oil catch cans can prolong the life of your engine, and you'll notice preface it, when we empty it the first time, we'll probably be doing an oil change in this car in a little less than 1,000 miles. Maybe next week we'll make a video of that too. We're gonna get together with Sixer. We're gonna do an oil change on his SRT Jeep, and this here, they're both 6.4 liters, just a little different configuration, a little different of an oil change. But we're gonna empty it then, so that's only gonna be about 1,000 miles, probably 1,200 miles or so before we do that oil change. And then what we'll do, we're gonna empty this at every oil change and then once in between, and we're gonna see some sludge in there. And I may have to empty it more than that, but that's the plan for now. Every oil change, once in between. We're not gonna see sludge in there, excuse me, but we are gonna see some oil in there. Some oil that typically before this catch can was installed would have come from there back into the intake and back into the motor. I mean, that's great for emissions and it's great for what they were trying to do, but let's think about engine life and performance. It's not necessarily that great. So does it suck that this particular car went, what, 52,000 miles now without a catch can installed? Would I have liked to have done it sooner? Sure. But the bottom line is we got one on there now, so that's all that matters. I'm gonna hurry up, get cleaned up from this, which is literally just putting away a tube, one ratchet, 2 screwdrivers, and then we're gonna talk about that Sec 10 and show you how we put that in. All right, guys, so hopefully this isn't your introduction to the channel. This isn't the first video you're seeing, and the reason I'm saying that is, if this is the first video you're seeing, then we are starting our relationship out on a lie, and for that, I am sorry. At the beginning of this video, I told you were gonna see me do 2 things. You were gonna see me install the JLT Oil catch can and the Sec 10 throttle response controller. However, that made this whole video like 15, 16, something like that. It made it a little longer than I wanted it to be. And I promised you guys, especially while I'm doing these wrenching videos or these vehicle specific videos, that I would keep them shorter and just try not to bore you too much. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video right here after we installed the oil catch can. The next video you see will be me installing and kind of talking about the Sec 10 throttle response controller. And maybe I'll toss a little test ride in there too. For those of you who follow me on TikTok, I did go live when I test rode it and gave some feedback then. Maybe I'll do another one and include it in that video. The good news is I got about the next 4 videos shot and ready to go. With that being said, guys, thank you for checking out this video and coming along with me while we wrench on the Challenger. Please let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see next. Something with bikes, the bus, the Challenger, anything. I got some pretty cool stuff coming up, and actually we will be shifting focus away from the Challenger a little bit, back to the 600RR and the bus to get ready for the track day season. Guys, if you've gotten any enjoyment out of this video, if you've learned anything, if you just want to help your boy grow, please hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so that you can see when I put out my next videos. Cost you nothing but a minute of your time, and it helps me more than you know. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and I will see you at the next one.